Hello everyone, my name is Sunil Yadav. I'm going to talk about what is reflection in Kotlin and how we can do that, and those things I'm going to explain in this lecture. So basically, reflection is very important thing, right? Either using Java or Kotlin or any other language. So might be you have seen it. Generally, we are looking inside of a class, right? Like if we have talking about Kotlin or Java, right? Generally, we wanted to know through the reflection, right, what we have inside class, right? Like you have field method, right? So how we can get those things information through the reflection. So basically, if you see, right, reflection is a set of language and library features that allows for introspecting the structure of your own program at runtime. Okay. So basically, in runtime, we wanted to know about our program, right? What is class inside, what you have inside of class, or whatever you wanted to get the information, okay, about the class. So Kotlin makes function and properties first class citizen in the programming language. So like Kotlin is pure functional like programming language as well. We are treating first class citizen, right? And the intercepting the them, right? For example, learning a name of a type of property or function at a time is closely intertwined with simply using functional or reactive style. So how we are supporting reflection in Kotlin through this library. So if you see like Kotlin dash reflect.jar, right? So our JVM platform runtime component required for using reflection feature is distributed as separate artifact. So in this through the artifact in the Kotlin compiled distribution, we get it actually. This is done to reduce the required size of runtime library applications that do not use reflection feature. So if you are using Gradle, right, or using Maven, so it might be you have seen this one, right? Or if you are using Kotlin KTS, so this way you can add this dependency, or you can directly download this jar and put in the class path. It's going to work. So I will show you how we can do that. So we have class reference. So generally we need to put this double two times code this operator, so we can use this two times colon. So the most basic reflection feature is getting the runtime reference to a class Kotlin class. To obtain a reference a statically known Kotlin class, you can use this through this syntax. So that the reference in value of the type key class. Okay, so how we can use those things, I'm going to explain you how we can do those things. So these things, right, if you can refer this thing. So suppose if you want to check the property, right, so property we can use two times colon operator, right, and you can get this name, or you can access x dot name, right. So those things I'm going to explain it in this lecture, right. So this is really key feature we should know, right. Method reference the way we have in Java, similar way, similar here also we are supporting in Kotlin as well through the reference. So how we can go through it. So let's if you see, right, I have created this project. I think in Kotlin I am trying to put all the my code in this learning Kotlin, and you can refer my GitHub repo, and there you can find out. I'm just updating it. So if you see the Kotlin library, right, if you see the lib folder, you have reflect.jar, this artifact, standard libraries, right, and JDK related libraries and test library.jar, right. So you have all these features, right. So we need those dependency, right, to support Kotlin features. So suppose I'm going to create one Kotlin file. I'm going to say exploring, right, reflection, right. I'm going to say file type. So let's create a main method, right. So we can say the main method, right. Suppose we have list of values. Suppose I'm saying val my list, right. My list, I'm creating just immutable list here, list of just say 1 comma 2 3 4 5 6 7, right. We don't need to declare what is the type we have explicitly. So suppose if we wanted to just generally say my list, right, and put double colon this operator. So if you see, right, we are getting the method of this class, right. So if you see, we have all these methods, filter, or so suppose how generally we use the qualified name. Generally might be you have seen in my previous lecture. So we say qualified name. So you will get the qualified name, what class is referring this my list, right? And if you print it, just simply just let me print it and just print ln why, if you see the value, right? So through the reflection, right, we are trying to get this class qualified name, what is the underlying class for this one is this. If you see, we are using java util arrays dot array list, right? So this is coming internally. So this is, we are basically we are using reflection. Through reflection we are trying to get all the information, right? So suppose if you wanted to get the filter reference, suppose I'm say well filter, right? So, and we can say if you want to get the some list method, if you see, right, filter here. So if you can say, if you say filter, so generally we are storing the filter method reference, right? Reference to filter method basically we are talking about here. We can use this as a method reference if somewhere we wanted to use, right? So this one is like this way you can do that. And suppose if I wanted to know, right, how many classes we have inside, right? So suppose I wanted to know all the functions, right, in my this my list, right? So how we can get it? Generally we just say a class dot declared functions, right? So if we print this function, so we can say how many method we have, and it's under this underline this list, actually array list. So if you see, right, so we will see, right, all this method available in this. So we can say, right, we have a iterator, right, array list, and if you see on all many method contains, right? So these are the through the reflection in runtime we are getting all these things. And this is very useful. Suppose if you are trying to develop some application that runtime you wanted to know, you don't know what method inside class, but if you through this method you can get how many class methods you have, how many variables you have, right? So you can say member, you can find out members, right, how many members you have, member properties, so many things, right? Through the reflection we can get it. So let's try to create one more example. Like suppose I wanted to create this method to check is even number we have or not, and we can use reflection, how we can use that method reference here. So I'm going to explain you here. So just wanted to create function, right, fun that going to take one argument, right? And I can say this is going to say x, you can say integer type, we are going to say integer type, and we are going to return if this x is odd or not. So I'm going to use single line expression, I'm not going to use unnecessary lot of code. So I'm going to say x percentile divide by like percent 2 equals 0, means this is we give name is even, right? Okay, so even number is even or odds, whatever. So I'm trying to do here. So suppose I wanted to use this method, to generally how we can use, right, on the my list, right, I wanted to use. So we can say my list dot filter, right? I'm going to say like is even method, let's call it predicate, right? I'm going to say it means whatever value you are getting from the list, filter it, right? So I'm going to apply this one. I'm going to say for each, right, print it, print ln, right, right. So generally we are, what we are trying to say here is we are calling this method is even. So if you see, right, if we pass x, right, we are showing 3x modules 2, then we are, if you are equal to 0, that is means even number, if not then it's odd number. And this is a list we are passing through the filter. So under filter method we are passing this predicate, right? This is filtering the out data on the basis of this method. So here nothing, we are using reflection, but let's see it's working or not first thing, then we will try to the reflection, how we can use the reflection here. So output looks good, right? We are getting the even number here is 2 4 6, that's perfectly fine. How we can refactor this code much concise way? So we can say I wanted to use method reference, so we can use this operator, right, is even. Okay, so now we can see, right, we are getting this error, right? What is the error is trying to say here is required k function like boolean, but we found k function integer. So here we are using lambda basically here, right? Lambda way we are calling this method. So in method reference, right, generally we say this one we need to use we don't need lambda, we generally directly call this method. So now if you see this working perfectly fine, and similar we can also improve this code as well. Right, we can say we are going to use a method reference like reflection, right? And now you can say also we are getting error, so we can remove this one and this one lambda, right? So now our code looks good, and let's try to run it. We will see it might be working. So now it's working perfectly fine, right? So these are the reflection basically is key important thing we need to understand, and we can use throughout our development whenever we need. We don't need to explicitly pass the variable while calling the method. So it's really helpful, and it's very useful. So hopefully you learned something, and thank you for your time. Please subscribe my channel, share your feedback. Thank you.